that's enough of that crap. Welcome to Naked Zombie Paranormal Radio with your hosts, Brad Scott and Woodsy.
It is the 4th of July, 2011.
American Independence Day.
Congratulations, America, and to our listeners who live there.
We love yous all.
We love yous all very much. And I forgot what I was going to say.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Anyway, welcome
Just say
to
it anyway.
just welcome to Naked Zombie Paranormal Radio. I'm your host, Brad Scott, and joining me in the cardboard box, ever always, is the delightful, the regularly good-looking, where's my bucket? Mr. Peter Wadsworth. Hello, Wadsy. How are
I've
you?
removed the paper bag tonight. You can see me in all my glory.
I did. He did. He actually took the paper bag off his head,
Yes,
folks. And
yes.
I've been trying to slip him $10 just to put it back on. Anyway, listen, like
You
we...
keep picking on me. I'll go play with my crayons and paint box in the corner.
You go right ahead. You go right ahead. You'll
You won't like it.
Oh, yeah, no.
I will, but you won't.
Yeah, I don't. Anyway, back to the show.
Back to the show.
Guess what?
What episode are we up to?
We're up to episode 12.
12.
This is number 12.
You've been working hard, buddy. You've been working
Oh,
real
I've been
hard. 'Cause I've
working-
only got about 4.
That's all right. You're my co-host, and you live in a different part of Brisbane. It's easier for me to work from the cardboard box of love. Anyway, last night we had Kylie Jigu on.
Yes.
My sister, who talked about witchcraft and occult. We got heaps of response from that.
Cool.
People loved it, loved the show, which is fantastic. You know, we always appreciate people who write
So
into
go
us.
brag again. How many hits have we had? Brag. Go on. Brag. Go on.
Should I?
Yeah, go on.
All right.
Be a sport.
All right. I can officially say now we're the best in Australian paranormal radio.
Are we?
Yeah.
Cool. Against...
We're probably it.
Yeah.
But in Australia, no. Seriously, we had, in 4 days alone, in July, 4 days, 24,788 downloads of the show.
The crowd's gone wild. Settle up, settle.
Take your pants off. Yeah. So that just blew me
All right.
away. The show is doing really well.
It is.
It's great that people are getting on board. Facebook is just going off like a frog in a sock.
Yes. What have we got? 72 now?
72 fans,
72 fans
who like us,
Yes.
which is great. It was more than 3
Yes,
last week.
which was you and me
and some other
your sister.
the homeless guy that
We stole the box from.
Anyway, so guys, tonight, well, look, we've got a couple of announcements, mate, before we get on to our guests. Now, our guests are fantastic group.
Not serious stuff.
Yeah, serious stuff. No, we have Paul, Megan, and Danny. They're from Ghost Hunters Woolooagong, and Alana is from New South Wales Paranormal Research. Are going to join us tonight. We're going to have 4 guests
4 guests.
on the phone tonight.
We're going to squeeze that in an hour.
We're going to try.
We can make the hour longer and still call it an hour.
We could.
But we're not.
No.
No.
But we are talented enough.
We are.
We are.
We'll
Anyway,
talk really fast.
we should maybe talk into the microphone instead of each other. Because I see the volume dropping up and down. Sorry about that. Very, very bad.
Yes.
But what we're also going to do is just congratulate Andrew Small. Andrew Small, who won our competition. He gets a copy of Ghost Stories and a signed copy of the book Demonology by King James. So that's great. That's
It's going to be signed by King James.
No, it's signed by us. It was written by
okay.
King James. I think he's a bit stiff now. I don't think his crayon's very good.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's coming out your way, mate, and we have another competition.
Another competition.
We have another competition.
Where are these prizes coming from? Your library, I know.
My library. No, look,
You've cleaned out the attic, haven't you?
No, this is new stuff.
New stuff?
This is new stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was new when you put it up there.
it's all new. It's all new, never been touched. And so I go out shopping occasionally, and I get us a little
It's like
swag.
your stick of deodorant. It's never been touched.
Okay, stop it. Anyway, so our next competition is. You ready for this? This is a great one.
Yeah, it's...
This
on
is
the
really
net,
cool.
so
It is. You get to be a guest presenter on Naked Zombie.
Ta-da!
Yep, you get to actually come on the show for a whole hour and read the news of the strange and bizarre. But you got to find the stories.
Yeah, but we just take the piss out of them.
We just take the absolute piss. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we will.
We'll be kind.
We'll give you support and nourishment.
Yes.
But what you get to do is, so it finishes on the 18th. What you got to do is get as many of your Facebook friends to go along to the Naked Zombie Paranormal Facebook page, which you'll find on
Facebook.
But if you go to www.brad-scott.com, where you are now to hear this, and you click on the little hand logo symbol thingy.
Is it?
And it
Website
says,
got an AU after it?
no, it's just Facebook. Oh, no AU under.com either.
No.
So, no, that's my site. That's, okay.
Just making sure that...
Oh, crap, you're confusing me again. Stop it. Anyway, so...
3 words.
That did. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a lucky person present the news for us. Now, you've got to find the news stories. This is the thing. We're giving you the opportunity to do this. And when you've found the news stories that can fill in an hour, and you get to read them out to us, and this is heard by a lot of people, and me and Wadsy will sit here and comment on everything you say.
Yes.
Like I do to him and everyone else.
Pull it apart.
And
analyse
and
it.
Snore, and it better be entertaining. That's the thing. It's got to be entertaining.
That's how I write films, the snore value. If I don't fall asleep...
Your life is one big snore value. You're sitting in your little office. Can I take your order of aluminium? No, anyway, so what we're going to do is, new competition starts right now. Get your friends across and you write in, I want to be a presenter.
Yep.
Such and such.
I want to be a presenter on the net.
No, just a presenter. You'll see, if you go to the Facebook site, you see, I want to be a presenter. Your name inserted here, sent me here. That I know whoever you are who gets the most people to go into the Facebook fan site wins that pleasure of working with us for a night.
Yes, and it is a pleasure.
And look,
you don't have to sit in the cardboard box and smell like
No, you
us.
can actually do it from anywhere in the world, and we will organise a suitable time. If you're overseas, we'll organise a suitable time so we can wake you up at 3 o'clock in the morning. No, we won't. We'll
wake us up at
3 o'clock in the morning. We don't care. We will work around you as best we can, so you get to be on the show.
They should be so thrilled that they will just fit in with us and be so motivated they want us to ring them at any time.
That's right. I like it.
And waiting for our phone call.
I like it. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. Anyway, so that's the competition.
But they won't be.
Won't be?
No.
Okay.
We'll
No, it's gone silent now because you're just dribbling on with rubbish now.
Not like you.
Hey, I'm the ideas man. I'm the ideas.
Oh, it's a great idea, yes. But 2
anyway,
o'clock in the morning phone calls.
So that's right. But the show is doing really well. So we are going to make a very, very quick start. We're interviewing, like I said before, Paul, Megan and Danny from Ghost Hunters Woolooagong and Alana from New South Wales Paranormal Research. We've got them waiting online like we did with...
Last week's
we had them waiting for quite a while when they started.
Well, we twaddled on and they went and made a coffee and... Sandwich and
start a new
bake
life.
A cake.
Anyway, so positive feedback. We're getting a lot of great people coming through now. We've got a lot of great guests. I say this each week, but we're getting more and more overseas guests approaching us. Please, if you know anyone who wants to be on the show, we are doing it for you guys. Look, we don't want money. We do want money, but we don't want money from you.
But we don't want it thrown at us because it hurts.
No.
Don't throw it.
No, but we want to hear from you guys. This is what it's about. This is a Australian-based paranormal show, but it's reaching. And guess what? Just quickly before I go, and
You're going?
No,
it's my show.
Before we do anything else,
okay.
Our second biggest audience. Guess who our second biggest audience is in the stats?
In the stats?
Yeah, you wouldn't pick it a mile away. Our second, Australia's first, which is thank you to our Australian listeners.
New Zealand.
No.
China?
Yes. I'm serious. China. So to our Chinese listeners, I've been practicing this. Ni hao ma. That means hello, how are you in Chinese. I had to look that up because I don't speak Mandarin at all. But thank you to our Chinese listeners who are and our American and English and Japan.
Japan
is our top lot of listeners for the show.
Have they sent any comments?
Yeah, no, they're just sending us information. It's been wonderful. It's just love the show, doing well. Get Brad off air, that type of thing. Get Wadsy on more. So
that's what we're going to do.
We're kicking it.
No, I love working with Brad. He's so much fun.
Leave my leg alone. Stop. Every time you do that, you just creep me out.
You haven't shaved yet, have you?
No.
I asked you to, and you haven't.
I haven't received my bazillion in your Spider-Man suit yet. When you said you're going to use your teeth?
Oh, no, they're falling out.
I'm just grossing myself out there. I just gross myself out. Anyway, so we're going to make a start, and we're going to welcome Ghost Hunters Woolooagong and Alana from New South Wales Paranormal Research.
At the same time?
Yep, to the show. All four to the show.
You're clever. You're really good.
I'd like to welcome who've been waiting online for such a long time now.
Been prattling on.
We've been prattling on as usual. Paul, Megan, Danny from Ghost Hunters Woolooagong and Alana from New South Wales Paranormal Research here in Australia. G'day guys, how are you?
What's happening, guys?
Okay, right, okay, excellent. Listen, you're breaking up a bit, so you need to sort of speak one at a time. I know we're all on the same line together. Okay, I'm going to start with Danny. Danny.
Yes, Paul. Brett.
Brett. It's right. I've only been the host of the show for how long now? They can't remember.
Obviously not long enough.
No, they probably don't listen to it.
No.
Don't blame you. Now, Danny, we're going to tell us, Ghost Hunters Woolooagong, mate, what are your guys' principles and how do you guys start?
How we start? Well, it was developed about a year ago from Paul and Megan. They are the main crew.
Yep.
I was recruited about 6 months ago. And basically we come in from a scientific point of view as skeptics.
Mm-hmm.
And we basically go in and try and disprove paranormal activity.
Okay, so basically you go and you say, well, now, but do you still gather paranormal evidence? Like, have you come across anything of a paranormal nature, or do you basically go in just solely to take it away? To say it doesn't exist, it just doesn't work. So you guys actually do look for the paranormal, or you just go in and like skeptics?
Skeptics first, and
Yep.
if we can't disprove it, then we'll take it as evidence.
Excellent.
Very good.
Very good.
Do you go to where other people have said, I've had something happen here, or you just go to a place and say, well, there's nothing here, so we'll write that off as nothing?
Well, what basically we'll do is go in there. If we do find something and we can't disprove it or debunk it, then we'll go back to the owners and say, okay, well, here's a disc. We've got like voices that we can't explain or debunk, or photos or stuff like that, and we use that as evidence. So that's our sort of main goal.
Okay, and what do you go in with? What sort of equipment do you go in with?
Sorry, what's that, mate? Sorry, breaking up.
What sort of equipment do you go in with, guys? Or do you go with the old K2 and the cell sensor and the voice recorders? Is your standard sort of ghost hunting equipment?
Oh, we've got everything like K2s, EMF, a bit of thermo, IR cameras.
Bit of thermo?
Cameras. We've got the works, actually.
Oh, really? So you've got the thermal imaging camera as well?
Not actually the imaging camera, but we do use like a thermo.
Oh, wonderful. I mean, they're pretty hard to come by, actually, as far as paranormal groups, especially, starting out and stuff. That's excellent. Now, I'm going to speak to Alana quickly. Alana, how are you tonight?
Oh, I'm great. How are you?
Oh, I like that voice.
Yes.
Hey, you doing? Yeah, anyway, enough of that.
Settle down, bro. Settle down.
That's a lovely voice. Anyway, Alana,
Yep.
your side of New South Wales paranormal research, mate, where does that how do you guys work in conjunction with Ghost Hunters Woolooagong? What's the go there? Because it's two different groups. Are you working together as one group, or are you two separate entities?
Well, I'd say we're two separate groups, really. I'm the founder of New South Wales Paranormal Research Investigation.
Yep.
So just probably over the last month, I'd say, have gotten together with the guys at Ghost Hunters Wollongong and said, let's join up and see what we can find together. So
That's good. So you're finding joining the two groups, basically, well, you're two separate entities, but you're working as one. How do you find that's working out? Good? Because we know within the paranormal field, there's always been a lot of contention at times between groups, like in the same area. And hopefully that viewpoint is starting to change across the board. How did you guys sort of sit down and go, all right, listen, we're in the same basic location. Instead of fighting each other, we're going to work together. How did that work for you guys? What was the main driving force behind that?
Well, I think we pretty much found each other on Facebook. And
Facebook
I'm
again.
Sorry?
Sorry, I'm just making a joke. Don't worry, keep going.
Keep going. That's right. It's just Wadsy. Just ignore him. Why do?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we pretty much found each other on Facebook. Not sure who messaged who first, myself or Paul.
Yep.
We pretty much just said, you do what we do. Maybe we should get together and see what we can find together. From there, we all met up and had a coffee and just discussed, what might come of our groups, joining forces. So.
Yep. Oh, that's excellent.
Right.
So, what's some of the locations that you guys have worked together? Now, I'll speak to Paul, and I'm going to chop in people so everyone gets to have a talk. Paul, can you tell me, mate, in New South Wales, what are some of the coolest locations that you guys investigated?
Well, I mean, we kind of keep our locations a closely guarded secret. So I can tell you, in general, we've been to a couple of theatres in the local area. We've covered the highlands around here, also as far as down towards Mara, and we're planning to go up to Newcastle. And so we've spread ourselves far and wide, guest houses, inns, restaurants. So, yeah, we've covered a fair gamut of it over the last year and a half. We've been investigating. It's been a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of research.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, getting back to what you're saying before with Alana being here, you know, I hate hearing about groups bitching with each other because, you know, within any one group, you find a whole lot of different personalities with a whole lot of different views about the paranormal. So I don't see any difference with having another group working with us because they're different as the people in our own group, if you get what I mean. So
yeah, look, totally agree with you on that one because I've been investigated myself on that. I mean, yeah, you know, people for some reason clash and they have different attitudes against other groups and stuff like that, but I'm really happy to see, and I've always been a big believer in this, like I say it over and over again till I'm blue in the face, that we're all aiming for the same thing at the end of the day, aren't we?
Exactly.
We're all trying to find the same answers for the same questions that have been asked over and over and over again for, God, however long the paranormal's been going in Australia. Alright, well, saying before, guys, regarding some of the locations that you have investigated, and Paul, you're saying you've done theatres, you've done like homes, bed and breakfasts, was that correct? That sort of environment. Is there any particular location within New South Wales that you guys have found to have the most paranormal activity, and what are some of the events that took place in that?
For me, personally, it's quite weird. We don't employ psychics, nothing against them, but for me, I'm not the most sensitive person. So, I mean, I've had one experience only in my time where I've actually come across something where I believed I was sensing something personally. It's often in the evidence in the review process that we do that we come across the stuff, and I guess that's the way it works for me. Danny's pretty much the same. We have a few other people that, as I said, everyone's different. A few other people that claim to feel and a bit more sensitive, and they pick up stuff as they go along.
Yep.
But I might pass it over to Megan because she's probably had the most extraordinary experience.
Okay, love to hear it.
Yeah, it's based on the Channel 9 segment that we did on the Today Show.
Yeah.
And she's got a story to go along with that as well.
Yeah, no, that sounds great, Megan. Yeah, we'd love to hear it, mate. So Megan, what actually happened?
We were at the very end for the night, and we were getting into it. We went in first, me and Michaela. She's an old investigator that used to be here, and we started feeling cold spots. We recorded them. There was a 6-degree difference on our ambient temperature, and so we felt all the cold spots, and then we walked into another room and we sat down on the bed. We were really happy with what we were getting. We felt like there was many things around, and then as we sat down, I started seeing things in my head, not for real. And I'm not a psychic, don't be, and didn't think I was sensitive, but now I'm cold sensitive.
Oh, okay.
And, so I seen this girl in my head, and she came out from under the bed. She came from everywhere, like in a horror film. And
okay. And what did this girl actually look like? Can you tell me the description of what she looked like, Megan?
Yeah, she had blonde hair. She was quite tall and had a black shirt on and like a skirt but down to her knees, and she had a knife in her hand. And as I seen her, she went and stood over next to my friend or the other investigator's head, and as I seen that in my head, I hadn't said it to her, but she said she felt really cold and really tingly around her neck and her face, which is exactly where I seen it. So that was the most amazing experience for me, and I actually had to leave. I didn't tell the other investigator. I just said I needed to go downstairs, and then I explained it to them.
Okay, that's excellent. So you had a real personal experience. Now, when you're experiencing this sensation, now you say you're not psychic or medium, but you may be on the sensitive side. Did you come across this while you were investigating? Like, I mean, this is what I mean. Were you always that way, like in the sense where you could actually pick up on different things, like growing up, or was it just when you started investigating the paranormal that you noticed you're picking up more different effects and stuff like that when you're out doing it?
Well, I've had weird things happen to me in one house I've lived at. But,
Yep.
yeah, like things moving, cupboards shaking and things like that. But I kind of dismissed that because I didn't believe in ghosts. It was only when I started investigating with Ghost Hunters Wollongong, and the photo that we captured on the night too at the very end, that kind of linked in with what I said, because it was female and it was sitting on the stair and had its head tilted and was wearing a dress like I seen, so it was really cool.
Really?
So
Oh,
evidence-
that's... Yep. So you're the only one actually experienced this, and this is very much what I say to people. You know, everyone has a personal experience, and it's their own experience, and it's not what anyone else will feel or deal with and stuff like that. I mean, it's quite common investigating, and also just a quick note on that a lot of people who go through this, who become sensitive, have actually done it while they've been investigating. They had no real knowledge of it before, because now they're sort of more opened up to it. I don't know if you agree with me or not on this, Megan, but more people that experience it as they do the investigations actually come across being more thing. Like, I know personally myself, I'll walk into a room, I'm not sensitive, I'm about as sensitive as a lump of wood, but when I walk into a room, you get that weird sensation, something's not right. You just get that feeling that, no, I don't like this house or something. Like, everyone has their own gut feelings and that. Now, we're going to go back on to Paul. Paul, mate, so you're talking about these locations and stuff like that, and so with your equipment, do you find that even though the equipment is used for other purposes, like for building and industry and construction, like the K2 and for electrical leaks and stuff like that, do you find it gives a good evidence to the paranormal, or do you find you got to take it with a grain of salt?
Take it with a grain of salt, I'm afraid. I'm really pissed off with the fact that there's not enough equipment. It is getting there, but most of the equipment isn't made, as you said quite rightly, for what we do.
Yep.
And it does seem too open when you're trying to use a scientific method, when you're trying to do these things properly. There's too many variables involved in it, and it really annoys me sometimes. We've just got a real-time digital audio, which is fantastic, and we've just bought a Mel meter as well, which is fantastic as well. But it still hasn't. The field hasn't reached that stage yet where I think the equipment is specific enough, and so it is that hit and miss thing. And you know, I founded the group with three things in mind, and one was to prove that there was such a thing as paranormal activity, which well, let me tell you the three things. That was the first thing. The second thing was to prove that this activity is so-called a physical disembodied spirit of a person.
Yep.
I think it's a big stretch for me between saying yes, there is something that's above normal, though I don't know what it is, and saying it's a human or a deceased person. And the third thing was to try and prove that to some people in the science community, as I'm a science teacher myself. And so to get to that stage, I think we're a long way off. I think I've proved the first thing to myself, beyond the shadow of doubt. There are definitely things I can't explain. Whether they're disembodied spirits is still in the air for me, and I need a lot of evidence corroborated, if you know what I mean, not just one photo or one case hit or one voice. I need to get that sort of cluster of empirical data together to satisfy myself, and then I've got I've got some ideas on how I might be able to prove that to the science community. But I think we're a long way off of that. There's too many variables, and being science trained, you know what it needs to control all those variables and make a good science experiment. And it's hard. You know, it's hard. It's hard to prove that to people.
So you're saying too many variables in saying that yes, there is something there, or too many variables saying no, there isn't something there,
or half a dozen, one and the other.
Yeah.
It's sort of mixed bag of nuts at the moment. It really isn't it, because we don't know, do we? We don't know if we've been wasting our time for the last God knows how many years investigating the paranormal and all the information.
45 minutes.
More
wasting your time for
45 minutes. But no, you know what I mean. Yeah. Like you go out and investigate the paranormal, and the one thing you got to realise is that you're spending hours and hours and hours searching something that may not well be there. You know, and this is the whole thing. And the fact that we are using bits of equipment that aren't designed for paranormal research, but were designed for other factors. Now, the meter was designed for the paranormal, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. It was, and just the utility of it is great. I mean, it's a great instrument to use. The speed of it, and the fact that you can identify 2 or 3 variables depending on which one you bought. You can do it at the same time is a great help. And I'm sure, I'm 100% positive. We know how big this field has become and becoming. That we'll get better instrumentation, because that's what it's about. I mean, you take one photograph and you're going to get shot down because people are going to say, well, what about this and what about that? And did you get a K2? Did you get a voice? Did you? And, we need to narrow those parameters down a little bit and get better, solid evidence that people can't disprove so easily.
Yeah. Did you find, sorry, just quickly, do you find that the meter, I mean, for people who don't know what the meter is, would you like to explain it to the audience listeners? The meter is very big over in the States. I know what it does as far as in, like, real time, pitch and voice and stuff like that. Would you like to, because you've got one, you want to give the Australian listener audience who don't know what it is, what actually the details are of it?
Yeah, well, it's a great little thing. Its basic function would be to tell you the ambient temperature and the EMF at the same time, and like the little thermometer gun, it does the ambient real fast, and it's excellent. Plus, you can get them with different variations on them. We've got one with a K2 built in with the lights and sound as well. Yep. So you're not only getting the reading, but you're also getting a visual display, which I've found quite useful if I'm sleeping, or to get a sound if you like, or if you're filming. It's great to have that as well. And you can get them with the aerial, where it actually emits an EM field, so that if something comes in contact with it, it goes off. So yeah, as you said, it's brilliant. It's designed for what we do, so it's really cool.
That's good. Hey, now, a question for Danny. I know you've only been going for a year and you've only been there for a short time, but every town has a folklore or whatever, that there's a haunted site or there's haunted somewhere. Have you actually proved that something's not haunted and it was a wind gust or something like that, or not?
Well, about 85% of the stuff that we find, we just throw out straight away. Usually it's noises in the background, creaks and cracks. The places we go to are usually from 100-year-old places. So probably only 2 of the places that we've been to, I could class as paranormal going on. So there's something going on there. That's not normal. Right.
So you're saying that there may be something, or you're 95%?
Yeah. The possibility that there's something there, because some stuff that we do get, like evidence-wise, and we can't prove it, well, we can't throw it out. So we use that as a baseline for evidence. Yep. So maybe on our next location, if we get the same sort of things, we can sort of even it out, use that as previous locations as evidence.
Okay. How often do you go out, as opposed to how often?
We go out once a month.
Right.
We have a review day the following Sunday after our investigation, which usually takes, we start at 9 in the morning, finish at about maybe 7, 8 at night, because we've got so many cameras, so many, we've got IR cameras, we've got everything basically.
Yeah.
All right, mate, we've got about 4 minutes to go. So how can people actually locate you guys? How can they find both you? Like, now, you do private investigations as well. Have you guys got a website up and that you can spill out to us? Or you want to give us a link to the actual website page? Go for it. Plug. Plug away. Plug.
Well, I've got http /
www. Yep.
It's NSW.
Yep.
paranormal.webs.com.au.
So that's nswparanormal.web.
.webs.com.au.
Yep.
And
excellent.
We're also on Facebook as well.
So people can look up New South Wales Paranormal Research, and also they can check out Ghost Hunters Woolooagong, which has a Facebook page as well. And you're also taking friend requests. So you can tell your story a bit more. Please, look, folks, this is the biggest thing about paranormal. We're really big on promoting Share the love. We're very big on promoting other groups, as you've heard in recent shows. We're all big one happy community. Well, we try to be, and we always try to do the right thing and get our details out there for other people to get in touch with you. So, in closing, we've got about another couple of minutes to go for this segment. To have you on. And listen, thank you again for Paul, Megan, Danny and Alana who have taken the time to speak to us tonight. It's absolutely fantastic. These things always just fly.
They do.
They just go like you wouldn't believe, folks. So guys, is there anything that you'd like to tell us before we go tonight on anything?
Something that's really underpant changing.
Yeah, something that I'll need to go and get changed after this. Any really good, juicy, scary stories for us?
I've got one. I'm actually a nurse and I work in a hospital, and my experience, which I thought was pretty freaky. Our hospital got knocked down, and we had a whole new place built. In the first week, I was on night shift, and I was sitting in the corridor. It was only a small hospital, 2 wards.
Yep.
And I was sitting there, and I was staring down to the foyer at the end of the corridor, and I seen a old man walk past front of the foyer. And as I came across the foyer, the other girls in night shift walked around the corner. And this old fellow walked right in front of him and walked straight past him. He was like a foot away. So the girls couldn't miss him. And when they got to the nurse's station, I said, who was the bloke that was up in the foyer that walked in front of us? And they said, what guy? I said, the guy in jacket and jeans. And they swear, the guys, that there was no one there. And I've seen this bloke clear as day. And they reckon my face just dropped, turned white, and that's what got me into on the paranormal.
Right, wow. That's brilliant. That's the stuff we love to hear. What we're going to do, guys, we're going to have to get you back on when we've got a bit more time tonight to actually sit down and have a really good... Yeah, sorry, mate, go.
Would I be able to give you our email address?
Yeah, of course, please. Look, email address, any sort of details that we can give our listeners so they can contact you guys in your area, please, go for it.
Well, it's Ghost Hunters Wollongong at live.com.au.
That's excellent. Well, guys, we'd like to personally thank you for the time to coming on Naked Zombie Paranormal Radio. Myself and Wadsy have thoroughly loved talking to you. And we will be right back. Sorry, mate?
Good to finally catch up with you, Brad. It's great.
Yeah, no, look, it's actually excellent, guys. And look, and thank you again. I'd just like to personally thank the guys.
Yep, go for it.
Thank you. Look, people, please go and check out Ghost Hunters Wollongong in New South Wales Paranormal Research. We'll be right back after these commercials. Are you looking for a professional writer who deals with bid management and document production services? Then you need to contact Chris Childers. Chris Childers is a professional tender writer with over 10 years experience, working in such industries as diverse as civil construction, recruitment, insurance, development aid, IT&T, and the public sector. TenderWrite offers a specialist client-focused service, producing professional and high-quality professional bids, tenders and proposals for a wide range of clients. So contact TenderWrite today on 07 3482 2792 or email chris.childers@tenderwrite.com.au. G'day, I'm Brad Scott from Naked Zombie Paranormal Radio. Here at Naked Zombie, we can offer your company some great advertising at very reasonable rates. If you want your website advertised on my site, by all means, send through the details and we'll have a look at it. And if you want an ad made up for you, or you already got an ad that you'd like to put out there, Naked Zombie is doing extremely well as far as being an online radio show. So if you want some advertising, go to www.brad-scott.com, check out the contacts page, leave us your details, and I'll be in touch. Okay, you're listening to Naked Zombie Paranormal Radio.
We're back.
We are back. I'm
We're
your
live.
host, Brad Scott, joining me in the cardboard box as usual. And when he decides to come in and not sleep around and play with himself as Mr. Wadsworth. Hey, Wadsy.
Settle down.
Well, listen, that was a really good interview with the guys. Yes. I mean, look, absolutely fantastic. So it's great to hear
both sides of the argument.
Yeah,
that's the other side.
Yeah, we always love to hear people's. And this is the thing, if you've got an interesting guest or story that people wish to send through to us, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. Definitely do.
Yeah, anyway, listen, we're going to do something a little bit different now. This was part of the show was to do the guys, but I want to talk about a serious subject now.
Move around. You're scaring me, Brad.
I am. I've got that scary look in my eyes.
Yes.
My glasses are fogging up. Oh, I'm not wearing them. That's just the cataracts. We are going to talk about UFOs.
UFOs.
We are going to have
flying objects.
Yes, or IFOs.
IFOs?
IFOs, and you got USOs.
I had a UFO, identified floating object, but then I flushed it down the toilet.
Oh God, you had to go there.
I had to go there.
Oh, send all your hate mail to.
I've been working on that one all week.
Oh, see what I got to deal with, folks. My God, it just doesn't stop.
Yeah, well.
Anyway, IFOs is identified flying object. So
Planes.
if you've seen a plane, you know what it is. But then again, you've got the triangle-shaped UFOs, and they with the lights.
Stealth bomber.
And we've got the USOs. You know what a USO is?
Unidentified sinking objects.
Unidentified submerged object.
See,
but there's always been cases of UFOs or USOs.
Isn't
that USOs under
a brick or a
no. Seriously, there've been so many reports of underwater submerged objects that. But this is the thing that gets me is how can a spacecraft, right, that works in zero atmosphere, also because they're saying these UFOs and that come out of the water, then take off up into space. So witnesses have seen it. But how did something that was designed to have zero atmosphere able to handle going into deep depths of the ocean with all the compression?
The same as a submarine can. We've built it.
Yeah,
it's gone from surface down to.
Yeah, but space has no atmosphere whatsoever. We still have a certain amount.
Technically advanced than what we are, and then can balance it out.
Oh my back hurts. Oh, this is from you riding it all day. Anyway, so have we got any Australian news on UFOs? I mean, the second part of the show tonight is about UFOs, and
because we did want people to call in about UFOs or write in about UFOs on the website.
Well, of course we do.
Facebook.
Of course we do.
Do we get any?
Yes, we do.
No,
actually,
did we for the tonight's show?
Yes, we did.
Did we?
I'm going to read one out for you right now.
Very good.
All right, this story comes in from Susan, and Susan writes, "Dear Brad and Wadsey, love the show." That's what she says. It's good. Actually written there. Love the show. Actually, okay. She writes, "A few years ago, I was travelling through central Queensland on the highway, the Bruce Highway, heading from Rockhampton to Mount Larkham. Now, actually, I know the stretch of road because I used to drive it regularly when I was living.
Because you lived at Rockhampton.
I lived at Rockhampton and I lived at Gladstone.
And you got out.
And I got out. I escaped.
You survived. You escaped.
I did. Hey, Gladstone.
Well done.
Hey, just stop it. Rockin' towns. You guys rock. Anyway, as I was driving along, I noticed this bright light in the sky that seemed to be following the car, which is cool. And then it took off at a
truck following you or anything?
No, this was actually up in the air, according to her, and it was up quite high.
Okay.
And then it disappeared as fast as it arrived. Now, that she's written a bit extra here. She says here is that when she drove along a bit further, it was behind her car again, and then took off again. So basically, it's come down like rear view mirror in the back, and then instead of going up, it was fair way back, what she said, and then it shot up again. I mean, these are the type of the cool stories that that we want to hear from.
Yes.
So we're going to start taking calls.
Hope we get some.
Start saying calls and about your UFO experience.
Yeah, or just write them on the Facebook page.
And send it through, and we'll read them out.
Hey, before we start taking stories, I got one to interlude here with.
Okay.
This comes from June 8th, so it's fairly new.
Yeah?
Yeah, and it's on the net, so
it must be true. Yes, our catchphrase.
We'll have to think of another one soon because I'll get very tired.
You will, mate, you will, especially when you actually learn how to read.
Yeah.
Keep going. So what's what we got?
Following a large release of information, over 4,000 pages from the British government on UFO sightings and other strange phenomena brought about from the Freedom of Information requests by the media, similar requests were made of the Australian military.
Really?
However, instead of releasing the X-Files, the nickname given to the files kept by the Australian military regarding UFOs, it has been reported that most of the files have either gone missing or been destroyed.
Hey, I've got a theory on that.
Everyone has a theory.
No, I reckon. See, Australia. I don't think Australia has the Men in Black.
I've worn a black suit.
No. The Men in Black UFO cover up. I reckon it was the Men in Khaki.
Men in khaki.
Men in khaki suits.
Well, you know that Northern Territory has the most UFO sightings, and their police uniforms are khaki.
There you go. Conspiracy
theories.
So I reckon the Australian government, and God love them, bless their little cotton socks, have lost all the records for Australian UFO sightings.
Or they've been asked to lose them.
The old shredder was doing overtime by the
could have
sound.
been. It could
So
have been.
that's very interesting. So this is
Yes.
an interesting topic. So the Australian government has lost vital
Or the
information.
military.
All the military has lost vital information regarding UFO side and stuff. Now, I mean, we're going to have to speak to a UFOologist about this at a later date when we get one on the show. If we're going to do a proper show on UFOs coming up soon. But this is a precursor to do this show. A warning to our listeners to switch off.
Oh no, come on.
Hit the stop button. But yeah, this is interesting. So that's cool. Now, have we got any other news on that, Wadsy?
Not on that particular story, but I've got... Hey, mate, just on the Men in Black, you've mentioned them.
Yep.
And I make this look good. Got to remember that line.
Yep.
British ufologist Nick Redfern discussed research into Men in Black. Men in Black.
It's just,
Back in Black.
No. It's just like it's just what you do at nightclubs. You wait for men to get to the back of you go. So I won't throw that music in yet. So rewind that.
Yeah.
Keep going. Yep.
British ufologist Nick Redfern discussed his research into the Men in Black phenomenon, in which he looked at numerous cases from the start of UFO sightings to the present day. The first report of Men in Black was associated with an Albert Bender. Bender's on Futurama.
Yes, I love Bender.
He drinks like me. Who was studying UFOs in the early 1950s and formed a popular group called the International Flying Saucer Bureau. Wasn't this like a government bureau made up just to move people around?
Yeah, I think so. Yep. And what was the outcome of all this?
But then he suddenly shut the organisation down after he was visited by three men wearing black suits, who told him that he was getting too close to the truth, and if he knew what was good for him, he'd leave the subject alone. Well, that just sounds like government.
Actually,
Really?
I still like my men in khaki.
Men in khaki, yes.
To think about it, you think as the Australian, Farmer Bob, right?
Yep.
He's out in his paddock, chewing his tobacco, right? And he looks up
Chewing his corn.
He looks up in the sky, and there's a UFO, right?
Yep.
And this is in Australia. He's out on the farm, working the land, looks up and goes, "Struth." He goes,
Crows are going crazy.
"Struth, better get the missus to check this out." Anyway, so he goes
Haven't
and
seen one
grabs.
that big before.
That's what she said. And then it just so Mildred, this great Australian female, Mildred comes out and goes, "What you looking at, Harold?" And they're looking up, and this big UFO, right? Next minute, they talk amongst having scones and tea and everything. Next minute, they get the knock on the door.
Knock on the door.
And you know who it is?
The Men in Black.
The men in khaki.
Khaki.
Now, I reckon this is how it would go. Right? Knock on the door.
You're very clever to think this up so quickly.
I am. Ready?
Yep.
This is how
You're
the
playing
conversation...
both roles.
I am. This is how the conversation go. You'll be, "G'day. You didn't see a bloody thing, Struth."
Name's not Stroke.
Surely you don't really see anything. Don't call me shit. But
I thought my jokes were bad, but jeez, you're scraping the bottom of the barrel.
I can just imagine the Australian version. Sorry, folks, that's really getting off track on that one. But we'll keep going.
We will.
Right, and join us on the phone.
Don't tell me we've had a caller.
We have a caller. His name is Nick.
I'm glad you can type, otherwise we wouldn't have had this caller.
Yeah, I know. Facebook's a beautiful
Isn't
thing.
that a beautiful thing?
Okay, we have Nick on the phone. Now, Nick's got a bit of a story that he's encountered. Was it here in Brisbane, Nick? Oh, welcome to the show. Welcome to Naked
Nick,
Zombie,
how are you?
Nick.
Hey, guys. Hey.
Hey, good, mate, good. Okay, what's your story, mate? What happened?
I was just sitting outside, and just looking up, and sort of saw what I thought was a satellite, and just watching it for a few minutes, and then it sort of was heading sort of east, and then turned north and sort of faded till I could hardly see it. And
So basically, what you're saying is this thing changed direction rather rapidly. Now, did it fade off over the horizon, or did it actually fade off like it just sort of disappeared from eyesight?
No, it's like it's kind of like the I don't know how your lights go flat in your car, when your battery goes flat.
So it gets dim and
and
it just sort of faded away, so to speak.
Yeah, like sort of one. You could still see it. It was just like really faint, but
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah,
it was going higher and higher and higher, and it was just losing its.
It could have gone higher. So, any idea what you think it might be, mate, or it was just one of those weird things you see in the sky at night? Or
I just thought it was like a satellite, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, wonder how long this thing will take to go around the Earth. But then I looked up, and it's just sort of shot sort of north. So
it changed direction. Well, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
So, any other experiences, Nick, like that at all, mate, or that was the only one you've had?
No, that's pretty much the only one for,
Oh, that's it.
Yeah,
So listen,
that's it.
thank you so much for calling the show, Nick, and we'll go on to the next. Well, that was great hearing from Nick. Anyway,
That was our first caller.
Our first call on UFOs. And look, we're going to do a major story on UFOs coming up in the next few weeks anyway. I'm trying to get some experts on board and get some more people into it and stuff like that. But thank you again, Nick, for calling in. Now, you have got some other information
I
for me.
have, and I love this one because it's about Tassie, and I love Tassie.
Oh, look, I'm fully happy for you to read out something about Tasmania, mate. Yeah, hey, you're the one who did the funny voice and not me.
I know.
I didn't pay out on
Yeah,
that.
but the other 22,900,000
times that I have. Yeah, okay, go for it. What's happening in Tassie, mate?
This kid has described it as spooky, an unexplained flashing object he saw in the night sky above Launceston last week, which is a town in the northern part of Tassie.
Yeah.
And I won't say it, but the best thing to come out of Launceston is the road to Hobart. The lights flashed white and green for several minutes before turning out in the sky high above the tree line. This guy saw the flashing lights on Thursday night from the backyard balcony, and then he witnessed the same lights on Saturday night. What if he was drinking the same stuff?
What did you drink?
No.
Petrol?
No. Bogues. Yeah, anyway. On Thursday,
Oh, that's right, you snort petrol, I forgot. Yeah, that's so silly me.
Tell him all my secrets.
Oh, I tell you guys, seriously, like I've seen...
You're the one that makes a cardboard box soggy.
Like, seriously, you never let Wadsy near a fuel station, man, because he's got a huge nose. Unless you can shove 2 barrels of nostrils up each and just let some rip, dude, and he goes...
It's a skill.
Oh, it's a skill, alright.
It's a skill.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Big nose.
Don't call me Big Nose.
Sorry,
On
mate.
Thursday, he dragged 3 mates outside to show them. He must have got them out of the pub.
Yep.
And they were
He
bewildered.
looks 12.
He does.
Oh, I suppose that's the legal age for drinking.
Yeah, well, you never know. Someone must have bought it for him.
Dude, seriously, he looks like he's 12.
He does.
He's a young bloke, but I like how they've taken the photo. Look, sorry guys, we're looking at the photo of this young bloke now, and he's got a pair of binoculars in one hand, and a video camera in the other, and a very confused look in his face, like, why are you taking a photo of me?
Maybe he's going to put the video camera in front of the binoculars so I can get a closer
I've
look.
seen that being done.
Does it work?
Oh, it's great. Yeah, spying on the neighbours.
You've only got a dog next door.
Yeah, we have got a dog. Yeah, no, keep going.
Yeah. He dragged his mates out, and they were bewildered as well. None of them could describe what they saw or could come up with an explanation of what they saw.
Yeah?
Yeah. So that's 4 people that have seen the same thing in the same spot.
Well, that's always great with UFOlogy.
Yep.
It's where when you have multiple witnesses looking at the same thing from multiple different angles, and that's what gives a UFO encounter the what's the word I'm looking for?
Credibility.
Yeah, exactly right. It gives the facts that are. If you got someone sitting on this side of town, no one sitting on this side of town, it's like what happened to Phoenix Lights. They had all these people with like camcorders and mobile phones recording these lights at different angles all at the same time.
Yep.
I mean, and this is what makes ufology such an interesting subject. And I'm a big fan of UFOs. You know, I'm so much a geek when it comes to anything with UFOs and sci-fi.
You pimp them.
I would, yeah.
You'd pimp it.
That's an idea for a TV show we can market.
Pimp your UFO.
Pimp my UFO.
Yes.
Yeah,
Do
we can
have to make
get
it fly, or
we
can
can
just
get
be...
Zibbit on there.
Yes.
I wonder how his alien is.
Where do we send him while we're pimping his UFO? Roswell?
Just imagine this teenage alien come down his old sloppy jalopy thing.
You turn this into a UFO?
We'd make some flames on it, my flames.
I want fluffy days.
Oh, wouldn't that be sad? Alright, so what else
Fluffy
you got?
dice on the UFO's revision mirror.
Well, look, I'm glad we've only got about 10 minutes to go tonight, so I do apologise in advance.
This guy's actually got film though.
Well, this got filmed, so if people want
on Saturday when they appeared, this guy's about 9 p.m.
Yep.
Saw the lights again, and this time caught them on his video camera, and it made the hair stand up on the back of his neck.
That's excellent. But if people want to check this out, if they Google and
UFOs over Mayfield.
UFO Lights over Mayfield on YouTube. That's UFO Lights over Mayfield. You actually see the video footage of this actual incident that this young guy took, and it looks pretty cool actually.
Yes.
So excellent. So where are you taking me in the in the UFO world tonight?
UFO and more sightings of the Yowie?
Oh no, I think we
did that to death, did we?
No, this is UFOs.
Yeah.
But they reckon there could be a correlation between UFOs and Yowies.
Oh, I'm just looking at these people that are sighting these things, and I think there's a definite correlation between people sighting and UFOs.
Yeah, that's. I know we're not talking about Yowies or Bigfoot,
Yeah.
but there has been a few stories like that getting around.
And the Black Panther, that's another one. That's,
Yeah, UFOs.
We're off to New South Wales now. We left Tassie, gone to New South Wales.
So we've gone back across the
Strait.
The strait.
Yes, we've escaped.
Escape the strait.
No, escaped the island.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
Penal colony.
So what? So these are great UFO stories. Go for it.
A teenager in a little town far north New South Wales. An Australian has managed to film what might well be an alien observing him from his backyard. The extraordinary night. Hang on, I've got to move this. The extraordinary footage shot at night. That sounds so much better when you read it properly, doesn't it? You put all the words in instead of skipping them and leaving it to the audience to put their own words in.
My mouth tastes like grape.
Well, the brain's working.
God.
Leave me alone. The extraordinary footage, I'll put my radio voice on now. The extraordinary footage shot at night shows a clear outline of a typical grey alien moving and bobbing up and down behind tall grass.
Yep. That's a pretty crap radio voice. Just speak a normal voice.
Okay. The footage is believed to have been filmed around 8 weeks ago. The witness, who was playing with his cat... This is getting weirder and weirder. I'm sorry, dude, but this is getting really weird.
So the witness was playing with his cat.
Cat, yes.
What was the cat's name?
Pussy?
Mr. Tinkles?
Scratch?
Mudflap?
Squashed?
Stop it. I love cats, especially with a nice bit of sprinkling of parsley sauce.
And the white sauce.
Yeah, white sauce. No, look, cats are great. I miss my cat, Sifa. You rock, Sifa. Okay, keep going.
So there's a dead cat.
Yes, Sifa died a few years ago. Yeah. I'm the only one who loved his dad, me. You know, I miss Sifa. I got a little tear welling up when I remember that cat. Oh. Okay, keep going. Let's just keep going.
Okay. The witness, who was playing with his cat when the incident occurred, is clearly shocked, and viewers should be warned that this video does contain coarse language.
Oh God, he's said the word bottom and...
I don't know, maybe...
Anyway, so what...
UFO enthusiasts who have seen the video are split between declaring it highly convincing or a real good fake.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Do you think we should announce the video?
Oh, we're going to announce it anyway, so if people want to look up...
Real alien sighting, spooky original video on YouTube...
SIG on that as well. Yeah, so what you need to type is real alien sightings, ! All in capitals. Then normal writing, spooky original video, SIG. And it looks quite
specky.
Yeah, quite strange. So that's another one we can add to the what the files. Files. Also, listen, while we're here, so just let people know as well that like I keep saying over and over, because I love the sound of my own voice. It just sounds so... boring. Yes, I've decided I'm going to take it.
Turned off yet?
No, I don't know. Okay. But I'm deciding I'm going to take a job at Walmart.
Walmart?
Yeah, when they come to Australia.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm going to be the voiceover guy.
You're too smartly dressed.
I'm not wearing shoes.
Doesn't matter.
Anyway, no, seriously, I'm going to do the job as the voiceover guy.
Are you?
Yes.
Well, as in
price check.
No, you ready for this? I've been practicing all week.
Okay. You realise that Walmart people won't listen to this.
Anyway, back to the UFO stories.
We're going to mention the competition again?
Yeah, competition. So don't forget about the competition. It's guest host for the night.
Reading out paranormal news.
This is basically...
So we can have a night off.
So we can have a night off. And we'll just sit there and pay out on your wallet. No, we won't. But what we'll do is we want you, an audience member, to get on board, go to our Facebook fan site.
Yes.
Which you'll find if you go to the main website where the radio show is, which is
www.brad-scott.com.
Don't say it.
I didn't say it.
Good.
I didn't say AU.
Oh, God. .com. Yeah, just .com.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
stop it. If you go to the website, you actually find the link. Okay, you'll find on the link as well, you'll find my link to Facebook, Peter's link to Facebook, and also Naked Zombie Naked Zombie Paranormal Radio Facebook page as well. So you can click on that. Send through friends requests. We're quite open to it. You guys, thank you for the sending through lots of friends to the show. I have sent a myself and people I think are really interesting in the field. So if you do get you have listened to the show, you get a friend request from me. I'm not some strange all those factors. I love speaking other people around the world. That's it. I'm happy to replace you. Yes, I did. So I'll be knocking on your bathroom window. No. So yes, jump on board, friend us. We're easygoing guys, and we love doing the show, and we love entertaining people.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to talk on the radio.
Yeah. So
if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Yeah, well, that's right. And he's getting better. Actually, he's more fluent.
No, you're just getting worse.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm going down.
Bringing you down, man.
You're bringing down to your level. I love that. Anyway, so basically, go and jump on the competition. Yes. We'd love to have someone, doesn't matter if you're in Australia, overseas, or wherever, if you think you can pull it off and read the news for us for the night.
Yep, got to fill in an hour.
You've got to fill in an hour, and if you do really well,
you'll get paid as much as us.
Yeah, you'll get nothing, but you never know. It may become a regular thing.
It may. Well, you're not looking for just a one-offer.
No, I don't know yet. This could be a bit of a test to see if this person makes the grade as far as, and well, hopefully that couldn't be too much bad. It'd be better than us. Yeah. Anyway, so go in the competition, check that. We are also still looking for someone to do movie reviews.
Have you any replies to that?
Had a couple.
Yeah.
Right, but they aren't.
Aren't suitable movies? No.
Edward something hands is not what I call appropriate. It's not Edward Scissors hands either. They haven't been suitable movies. Like, we want movies on sci-fi, horror, B-grade.
We don't want Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah. No, we've seen stuff, but anything like that would be really, really awesome to have.
We're at TV programs.
TV programs? No.
No,
it's got to be movies and something that we're going to do. And later on, we're looking at giving away maybe free movie tickets.
Wow.
That's in Australia.
I'll enroll into that competition.
Hey, yeah, that's right. Also, not right now, but I'm organising to get some better prizes on the show.
You didn't answer that.
Hey?
You didn't answer that.
No, I didn't, because we haven't quite got them yet. So we're also going to start
organising together to the movies.
Oh, no, they pay. They take us.
Oh, okay.
Or actually, they just wait outside while we go in.
Yeah.
I like that. That works for me. Anyway, we've got a couple of minutes to go. We've got to start wrapping it up. So, listen, I'd just like to thank everybody, again, who's listened to the show and joined
our guest tonight,
which was Woolooagong UFO Hunters.
Yep.
Bloody Ghost Hunters. Woolooagong
and
New South Wales
Paranormal
Research. So, sorry, guys. Yeah, fantastic interview again tonight. Just quickly, I had something else very important to say, and it slipped my mind because I stuffed up the last bit. Don't you like dead silence?
Thinking.
Anyway,
dead silence is great on the radio. At least
it's a chore. Anyway, so tomorrow night we are going to have Ghost Tech come on the show, and they're going to tell us what they do. So Ghost Tech, so they're coming on. So tune in, download the show. Thank you again, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
Now.